Hilton Playa del Carmen sits beachfront right in the heart of the vibrant Fifth Avenue area of Playa del Carmen. You have fun afternoon activities like foam parties and great nightly shows. Hey everybody, it's Angie from Trips with Angie. Welcome to Hilton Playa del Carmen Resort. You'll notice when you pull up, you're right in the middle of all the action. Right across from the entrance is the included Asiana restaurant. This is an Asian a la carte restaurant open for dinner. Reservations are required and you can make them when you arrive with the dining concierge. This is the main lobby area. This is the hub of activity and where the nightly shows take place. They have all different kinds of acrobatic nightly shows. They have a special three tenors performance and rock bands throughout the week. So it all happens right here in the open air lobby and bar. Across the lobby, you'll find Aroma's Cafe. This is their coffee shop offering all types of specialty lattes, ice cream, snacks, and treats throughout the day. It has sandwiches around lunchtime, sweet treats in the morning, and then in the evening as well. And I love how they decorated for Christmas. I was there in December of 2023 and they made these really cute little Grinch donuts and Grinch cupcakes to really get in the holiday spirit. It's also just a great place to hang out, maybe if you need to work. If you head around the corner, there is a little secret business center, so if you do need to print something during your stay, you can find the printer there. Hilton Playa del Carmen is an adults-only all-inclusive. Hopefully you've seen some of my other resort tours of all-inclusive resorts in this area. If not, I encourage you to subscribe. I post all-inclusive resort tours, cruise tours, and I love to share all my upcoming travels with you. So hit that subscribe button. Now we're heading down the hallway just next to the lobby. You can see there's a gift shop with anything you might have forgotten and some cool new clothing options. This is also where you'll find the 24-hour all-inclusive lounge. Basically, their sports bar, but it is open 24 hours. You see there's lots of TVs, pool tables, and seating. Definitely a great spot for football Sunday. There's also a really nice outdoor terrace overlooking the resort if you want just a nice place to hang out in the evening. The bar has all the same alcohol as the lobby bar, and then they set out a buffet. So you can always come in here for a snack. We liked coming in kind of the mid-afternoon. They had hot food and cold food. They had cheese nachos like you would find at a baseball game, hot dogs, popcorn. I love that they steamed the bun, so it was just kind of a fun stop. They also had a pineapple IPA craft beer that was very good, and all of the sodas and waters. So you can always get that here at the 24-hour lounge. Now we're back in the lobby. So just off the lobby, this is the mixology bar. So this is the place you're going to find your craft cocktails. They use a lot of house-made syrups and fresh juices. The menu was very interesting. All the cocktails we had were very good. It's a very popular pre-dinner spot. You can see this overlooks the main area of the resort, and they have lots of seating. This was especially popular among larger groups that were together, and it has this little terrace that overlooks the main show. That was our preferred place to sit to watch the show. It was right there. So we're going to head down and take a closer look to heading towards the pool area. There are steps. There is also an elevator if you need to get down here. So out here, we're going to find a very special tequila bar. So this is only open in the evenings. It's kind of this like little hidden gem tequila bar. They make great craft cocktails with tequilas, and they have a number of different tequilas for you to try included. This is the Mexican a la carte restaurant, and it was open for breakfast during our stay and dinner. And for dinner, they had this fun mixology. So one of the bartenders from that mixology bar upstairs came down and made these really fun welcome cocktails just to kind of introduce you to mixology, maybe if you weren't familiar, and start your meal off really well. Now, one of my favorite items we had to eat here were the enchiladas, the vegetarian enchiladas. They were very good. All of the menus have vegetarian options. So if that's something you're concerned about, don't worry. Heading out of the restaurant, we're going to head towards Chef's Plate. Now, this is an extra charge experience. It is a multi-course tasting menu. It does have an extra charge, and you can book it with a dining concierge upon arrival. Heading towards the spa is also extra charge. Spa services are not included, and you can see it has a little gift shop right when you walk in. There's also a beauty salon offering hair styling as well as manicures and pedicures. This is the hydrotherapy area. You can pay an extra charge to access it, or it can be included with your massages or facials. It also has sauna and steam room as part of that experience. Outside, you can find the Temazcal experience. This is an indigenous Mexican ritual involving this sweat house. You sit inside, there are some prayers involved, and then you head out to cool off in that water fountain we just passed. The fitness center is included. It has everything you need, free weights, some weight machines, ellipticals, stair steppers, treadmills. They also offer group classes that are included both here at the studio and out in the pool. This is the main area. Now, if you have seen my tour of Hyatt Zilara, Cancun, those statues are going to look very familiar. That's because this resort and the Hyatt Zilara were originally owned by the same people as part of the Royal brand, and they were taken over and they changed names as part of their management changes. A large lawn area. This area can be used for private events if you wanted to have a large reception. And now we're heading up to the main pool area. You can see there's a lot of chairs with umbrellas. It does get quite busy. There is some challenges finding a chair later in the day, but actually we were able to find them all the way oceanfront more frequently. So just keep that in mind. I'll show you there when we get there. That you do have service to your chair. So waiters will come around and bring you cocktails, drinks, beer. I don't recommend the wine. If you're a big wine person, you may want to consider buying a couple bottles or bringing them with you. Across from this area of the pool is the Barefoot Grab and Go. This is kind of their version of a poolside grill. It had really good vegetarian options. You also have your burgers, different kinds of sandwiches, all right there. Just walk up in your swimsuit and grab it. They have a large whirlpool, and then you can see they're doing the water aerobics there in the middle of the pool. That's one of the included fitness classes, your classic water aerobics. And then some afternoons they have a foam party. So here was the foam party kicking off. Now, if you want to make sure you don't miss any of those activities, there's screens around the resort telling you what the program is, and they give you the whole week at once. Next to the pool, you find a little taco stand, so you can grab and go a taco or head to the bar. Now, as these are the oceanfront pools. So on one side, this side is pretty easy to get a chair, especially a chair in the water. On the other side, you'll find the swim-up bar and the activity pool. So this is where they set up the water volleyball, if that is something you're interested in. And heading around, this is the pool where they will do the aqua cycling, another one of the included fitness classes. This oceanfront restaurant offers lunch and dinner. So for lunch, we had terrific mushroom tostada. And then for dinner, they had a decent pasta dish. I mean, wasn't straight from Italy, but it got the job done. And I really enjoyed my fish entree. The fish was cooked very nicely. If you keep going past the bar, it's actually a second restaurant. It's the kind of street food taco restaurant that's open for lunch, and I definitely recommend checking this out. It has really good pastor tacos, so that is pork with pineapple on the top, so you can get it as a taco. They have a number of different options, including chicken and fish, shrimp, and the shrimp ceviche was very good. So check those out. Just keep going past the restaurant into that back little area. Up the stairs next to this restaurant, you're going to find a rooftop terrace that can be reserved for private events. Obviously, that would be an extra charge, but it gives you a great overview of the ocean and the resort. You see that pier there that is operational. Ferries do stop there. And then here's a great overview of the beach. The beach is a little bit rocky. It can get seaweed, and it is very public because you are right off of Fifth Avenue. So you will have vendors walking around. You will have just people from the public. They may even put down towels in front of where the chairs are. So something to keep in mind. It is not secluded as some of the other Mexican beaches. You do have this beautiful oceanfront gazebo that can be used for special events and weddings. And that is the oceanfront swim-up suite. So that's what that's going to look at. Now we're in the other section of the resort. So we've kind of walked around the front of the resort, and this is a little bit quieter in this section. You're going to find some of the swim-up suites here. So you can see the swim-up suites. You have a cool little bridge, which I love. So you can get from your swim-up suite to the main area. The scuba diving school is no longer operational. They lost the contract with the person they were working with, but you can bring in your own instructors. You just have to set it up with the resort in advance. So now we're heading towards the back of the resort, and this is the quiet area. So if you're looking for a place just to chill during the day, you can find yoga taking place on these platforms in the mornings, which I thought was really lovely. It was very quiet. And there's also this quiet pool. So this is called the Kalamata section because that's the name of the restaurant that's located here. You have your own bar. Now, there wasn't really a lot of chair service here because it was usually just one bartender, but no big deal to walk up to the bar. This is Kalamata. It's an a la carte restaurant offering Mediterranean and Italian specialties. This is the dinner buffet they set up. So you order off the menu for your entrees, but you can come up here and get all different types of appetizers. I think you could just eat off this buffet. It had plenty of different options. So in addition to salad fixings, charcuterie, you could make all different types of toppings for your salad. They had all different types of breads. They had pizzas. They had hot entrees. So you had so soups, and here are the hot entrees. So many different choices. If you just wanted a quick dinner, you could eat here. But I ordered the spaghetti and meatballs, and it was pretty good. And the chicken parmesan with pesto pasta was also pretty good. So good solid options there at Kalamata, like the Olive. Now we're going to check out one of the rooms in this building. So this is a standard room. This is the least expensive room you can have at Hilton Playa del Carmen. It's located all the way at the back of the property, so it's right along the road. You do get a little bit of noise. We had a little bit of noise a couple of the nights, but you can see you get your bathrobes, scale, security box. This was a king bed option, a table with 2 chairs, and then the double jacuzzi tub that does face the window, and a very large TV. The QR code will take you to the activities as well. And then you have your mini bar with some snacks, a small coffee pot, the beer, sodas, and water. And then your balcony overlooks the pool. So the quiet pool area is what you're going to overlook. In the bathroom, you have 2 sinks, toilet, and then a stand-up shower. The handheld was much better than the overhead. The overhead did not have a lot of pressure, so something to keep in mind. There are ramps throughout the resort. I think you could get most places. I didn't do a full wheelchair test though, so I would ask more questions if you do utilize a wheelchair when approaching this resort, but there were a lot of elevators and ramps to get you around. Now, one thing that's really important to know about this resort is that the bars close at 11 p.m. So if you are looking for a place to late night party at the resort, this is not going to be the option. Now we're headed back to the lobby. Just wanted to show you Spice. It was under construction during my visit. This is usually the buffet. It is reopened now. It reopened the day after I left. And I want to give you a peek at a junior suite just so you can see the difference between a junior suite and a standard room. This is a junior suite resort view. So you walk in, you have the closet is actually in the bathroom here, king size bed. You can see it's oriented a little differently. It's a bigger, you have the couch and tables instead of just a table and chairs. And then the balcony is bigger than what we saw in the standard room. And you're gonna look out over parts of the resort. So instead of just kind of looking straight out, and you also have a hammock on your balcony. So we're looking over the main area of the resort. So that is Hilton Playa del Carmen. What did you think? Please let me know in the comments. Is this the resort for you? If it is, I would love to book your stay. Email Angie at tripswithangie.com.